Bine ați venit la matinalul DCI cu pacul cu piersici. Este un mod înțelept de a începe ziua. Sperăm să vă placă!
Welcome back. Happy Friday, the 17th of April. I want to welcome my partner Noor and Geshe Michael Roach. It's a pleasure to have you here. I'm Seiji.
Good morning.
And today we have a very special question. I really like this question because I have this problem. So let's hear it. This question is from Alexandra from Germany.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alexandra and I live in Germany. My question is around jealousy. I'm relatively new to the seed system and I'm in a course in Germany here around oxygen money. And during this course, I discovered that I'm jealous all the time to people who are successful in business, in financial terms, in relationships, and so on. So I would love to know, how can I plant seeds to decrease jealousy, and where does jealousy come from? Thank you so much.
Okay.
Wow.
I think this is a very useful question. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I think I have a jealousy attack about once a day at least. No, I'm lying actually. I would say once every 3 hours, every 2 hours, sometimes one per hour on my good days. So
You can be jealous of me because I have more than you.
yes. So thank you, Alexandra, for asking this question. These can help a lot of people, I believe. And so first of all, I wanted to illustrate this. We have this concept in DCI called the top 10, and the top 10 good deeds that we can do. The origin of this is the top 10 bad deeds that we usually do, and in particular, jealousy is one of them. So meaning that this is an extremely common problem. So I don't know, I've been trying to learn a lot about jealousy, but first I wanted to hear from you guys. For example, I've learned this concept on DCI level 10, that jealousy and anger are somehow related. And to me, the connection is not quite obvious, but I want to ask you, Geshe Michael, to see if you can tell us a little bit more about that.
Wow. Well, definitely jealous and hatred, right? Because the essence of jealousy, I think, and Buddha said there are 84,000 negative emotions in our mind. And so if something is in the top 10, it must be in our mind every day and pretty frequently. So I think it's number 9, right? That or number 9, where number 8, where we become unhappy that someone else got something good, right? So that's pretty much very similar to the idea of jealousy. Somebody else looks nicer than us, or somebody else is smarter than us, or somebody else has a better position than us, and then we feel jealous. So why is it similar to hatred or anger? I think that the essence of anger is that in that moment, even with someone we love, we want them to fail. We would be happy if they failed. When we feel angry at someone, I guess we have number 8 very strong in our mind when we are angry, because I think the essence of anger is you want to hurt somebody. And that means you want to take away what good things they have, right? So that's kind of the essence of anger. So I guess that, for me, that would be the relationship between those two. Anger wants the other person to be unhappy and unsuccessful. Jealousy doesn't want other people to succeed more than me. So in a way, they are both brothers in bad deed number 8.
Right. Because the main question that made me get very worried is because we have studied that anger has this incredible effect on our good seeds. It destroys them. And when I learned that jealousy has the same effect, I got very very scared. But let's go back to the question that Alexandra was saying. So how to plant the seeds to create, to decrease jealousy. What do you think, Noor?
Well, how to I think it helps us a lot to remember the first law of seeds.
Mhm.
If we plant watermelon, we get watermelon. So the person I'm jealous of because he or she is more successful or more healthy or more pretty, if I remember like what she is having or he is having comes from this person planting seeds, and according to the first law of seed, he got what he planted. If I think about this, it comes somehow calm me down and encourage me to plant what I want, to use the same law to manifest what I want in my life. So this, I think it could be practical way of seeing things. Like remember the first law of seeds. You get what you plant, and so if I'm jealous of someone, I'm somehow denying this law. I'm going against the nature of seeds. And what if we just shift it and apply it? If I am jealous of someone who is more successful, I use seeds to create my own success. I would think it's hard. I'm not saying I'm expert in it. I still get jealous when I go to Instagram and I scroll down and I see some pretty ladies having success and they are slim and happy. I get jealous and I remember the first law and I say, okay, they planted, good for them.
Now, thank you, because you remind me of something. So Alexandra and everybody that is having jealousy, the first thing to do is congratulate yourself that you realize that you're getting jealous, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Getting rid of the problem, the necessary step is realizing that you have a problem. If you never realize it, then you'll never be able to change it. So first of all, congratulate yourself that you realize that you have jealousy.
Yes.
It's really important and really hard to get, at least for me, to realize when I'm having jealousy. And so I would say first, remember that. And also, now that we're talking about the law of seeds, I was remembering actually the third one, saying that our seeds create our environment. So it's similar to what Noor was saying, but in the sense that if I'm seeing someone who is successful and I get jealous, it means that I am not thinking with karmic intelligence, we call it. Because it means that if this person is having success, it's a ripening from my seeds of success. So it's the most stupid thing to say, oh, I'm so angry that someone else is having success in their lives, because that means that these seeds are ripening. So if they're ripening around us, it means that something good is happening.
Yeah, it's close enough to have it ourselves.
Right.
Yes, that's so sweet.
And I was thinking, I mean, again, it's easier said than done, but I find that with jealousy and with anger, we have to use all the tools that we have.
Yeah.
At least for me, they attack me and it's so hard. So whatever tools you can get, some tools work at some point, some at another point, and some for some days or another. So I think it's the more tools that we can learn, the better. Can you give us another advice, Geshe Michael?
Well, I have this thing. It's been in my mind since this morning when I heard this question. And again, I'm also have a very serious problem with jealousy my whole life, and it's one of my main problems. And I think so. Lately, I've been studying Tao Te Ching, the Tao, the way of the book of Tao, right? The book of the way. And it's called the Book of the Way of Good Deeds, actually, Tao Te Ching. And so I think about Tao, the Tao, as the flow of a river, you know, it's like the flow of a river. And then the whole thing, one of the big themes in the Tao Te Ching, which is a big classic in China, is to follow the flow and don't go against the flow. So if you follow the flow, your life is smooth and happy. So then the flow in my mind is the law of karma, you know, what Noor mentioned, you know, especially the first law. So if you do something good, you will get something good. And if you do something bad will happen to you. So to me, Dao De Jing. Jing means like ancient book. Dao means the way, but De means good deeds, like first law of karma. So what I'm feeling is like when you are upset that other person is successful or beautiful or thin, which is very irritating, then actually what you're really saying is, I wish the law of karma didn't work for them. Like they must have helped other people stay thin, or they must have helped other people. They must have been patient, or they must have done good things. So because of that, now they have a good position. They are making more money. They are also handsome or beautiful. They're also thin, which I hate the most. And so in a way, if I say in my heart when I'm jealous, what I'm really saying is, I hope the law of karma doesn't work for you. I hope you do good deeds and you get a bad result would make me happy, And then you are definitely going against the Tao. You are trying to walk against the river. And then everything in your life becomes more difficult, And I wonder, it's a philosophical question. Is it possible to ruin the law of karma by wishing that it doesn't work for other people? Is it even possible to ruin the law of karma for yourself? So you do a good deed and then you get a bad result because you were hoping that someone else will do a good deed and get a bad result, or you were jealous that someone else did a good deed and got a good result. So I don't know, can you ruin the law of karma for yourself? That's a very scary idea. That would be a very scary idea. So anyway, I like philosophy. You guys try to make something practical.
Yeah, I think if we wish something doesn't work for someone else, I guess we are planting seeds for stopping this thing to work for us. And we can have so many examples. Like I remember sometimes we get upset at someone's, I don't know, making good cake. I say, I wish you never do good cake again. And when I try to make my own cake, it won't work because so maybe it's because we are planting seeds to stop someone's success. So we are automatically planting seeds for stopping our success. And that I got from practical experience. So, so I don't know. It's still open question. But practically speaking, for jealousy, if I want to give practical advice, is I guess it's philosophical again, but it really worked for me. Like to remember this person also coming from your own seeds. And as we study, and if just take 3 seconds before you get jealous, the same what we do with anger. Just for example, I noticed when I'm looking at a picture of a very beautiful lady, as Geshe said, thin and successful, before I start to feel this jealousy, I take 3 seconds to say nothing. Just to freeze for 3 seconds, then to remember, like, if the law of seeds are working for her, it means 100% will work also for me. And to think about the first law, this is really helpful. And I applied it on my own life, because I used to say I'm not jealous. The moment I said I'm not jealous, I was hit with the wave of jealousy the day after. And I found out how stupid I was when I say, no, I like everyone. I'm not jealous at all. So it helped me a lot to remember the first law of karma, of seeds. And the third law, also, the third flower, actually. Yes. The third flower, like if I'm surrounded by people who I'm jealous of their success, it means this success is so close to me and I can have it on my own. Take 3 seconds before surrendering to this jealousy attack.
Right. I was also thinking another way that sometimes works for me is bringing it back to anger, right? So jealousy, you see this in the DCI system, that jealousy and anger have a similar result, which is they can wipe out our good seeds bank account, or at least a good amount of them. So we're all like, I would dare to say that everybody in this channel is already at least trying to plant 4-step plans. Now, what is the worst possible thing that you can do to not have success in any of that is jealousy or anger. So if they share this incredible bad result, then I would say, okay, so well, I like to use it like kind of like a carrot for myself, saying, okay, you're using all these 4-step plans to achieve this. And by doing this, by getting jealous, every time that you get jealous, you are wiping that. So you're working against. It's like doing a diet and
then eating
a cake at night. It's like you might as well not
to celebrate your diet, make a cake.
Exactly.
We just finished 3 days diet, and the 4th day after the diet, we ate the banana bread.
So I think it's, like I said, in these, I would say, don't choose just one, choose as many options that you can see and try it every day, because with these kind of things, I think we need to use all the tools in our toolbox to fight against it. And what do you think, Michael?
Well, I'm going to go with yours, Seiji. I like your today. I like your idea the best, which is the reason I have jealousy, Geshe Michael, is that I'm egotistical. I like to get all the credit. I like people to like me. I like people to say, "Oh, Geshe-la's so smart," and therefore I like Seiji's solution, which is I will take credit for the other person's success. Okay. So when I see Seiji is being very smart, or Noor is expressing herself very well in a foreign language, then I will say, actually, it's not that they are smart. It's me that have good seeds, and therefore I see them. So thank you, Geshe Michael. You are so great that you create these two people, and then I don't have to be jealous of you. You see what I mean? So I love that approach. I will take credit for everything about you, and then I won't be jealous of you. So that's the suggestion. To me, it fits my personality very well. I can still be number one, and I can be happy that you are also number one, because you are coming from number one.
Okay, great.
Awesome. Okay, so let's do a quick recap here. So the question was jealousy. What plants jealousy, and how to where does it come from, and how to plant seeds to decrease it. So we said, just to do a recap, first of all, be happy you realize that you have jealousy. That's, for me, one of the most difficult steps. Second, we gave you a lot of tools here, like the one that Geshe Michael just said, realizing that this person is part of our seeds. And Noor was telling us that, and also another very cool tool, waiting 3 seconds. Waiting 3 seconds so that we can plan the time, so that next time we can be more, we can have more time, and at some point not have that at all. She said also to remember the first law of seeds, that this success come from something they did on the past. So why deny the seeds, which relates to what Geshe Michael was saying. And the last one was to think of the repercussions. So if being jealous or getting angry works completely against our 4-step plans. So if we want to have success, that can serve as a good motivation. So choose any of the ones that we have said today. I would say use them all at different times of the day to see what works better for you. And at some point, slowly, I think you'll see that it starts changing.
Yes, and remember the pen. Replace always the person with the pen. Even though it's hard, we understand it only intellectually. I think it plants tiny seed in our mind to tend to see this person we are jealous of as coming from our own seeds. Because it's easy speak about it, but it's very hard to remember it when we are jealous or when we are angry. Just whenever you are calm, whenever you are happy, just look at the pen and remember how seeds are projecting everything. I think it could be a good way to plant tiny seeds for karmic intelligence.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So thank you. Have a great Friday. We have a question for Monday next week. This is a question from a lady called Anna. She's from Mexico City. So let's hear the question.
Hello, teachers. I'm Ana Laura from Mexico City. About episode 15, Connecting People, I would like to reconnect my relationship with my son. He's 11 years old. I haven't seen him for the last 8 years. His father took him away from me illegally after I won the custody after our divorce. So which seed I need to plant to connect with my son through an effective approach with his father? Thank you very much. Have a great day.
That's a very cool question.
Yeah.
And we really want to help so many women who are struggling in the same situation. So Ana Laura, stay with us for next week. And I do my reminder for sending photos, videos.
So yeah, guys, please continue sending us questions. Send them to seedquestions@diamondcarrierinstitute.com. Remember to take 30 seconds, a selfie video selfie style, sorry. And we receive all these questions and we have different people answering them. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Michael, for being here.
Yeah, and on Monday, this question going to be answered by two of our senior DCI teachers from Singapore, which is Kelly Tan and Jean Juan. So look forward to seeing them and look forward to seeing you guys back on the Peachtree Show soon.
Yes, we also.
All right.
Thank you for
because
having
you are a jewel.
Oh, okay.
Which is
All
the
right.
meaning of her, right?
Right.
Okay.
Thank
Excellent.
you,
Have a good weekend.
Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.
Mulțumim că ați vizionat matinalul de azi cu Pacul cu Piersici. Ne vedem data viitoare!